Hello, welcome to this case study on building your first bot using Roboworx. This case study will cover some of the common controls which can be used in everyday processes of extracting data from web-based applications. Here is an overview of the process that we will be automating. Go to a product website. Search products using the criteria specified in the source file. Extract the product name and their URL. Create an Excel file with the product name and their URL. Share these product details as an attachment over email. So, let us drag the Excel operations control to the main screen. The operations value is set as read Excel since we want to read the data from the source file. We then need to add a variable where these product category values need to be stored. Click on the plus icon and give the variable a name. We then save the details. We then need to provide the details such as path where the source Excel is located, and the name of the sheet which has the data. In our example, the other fields are not required, so we can skip entering them and click the Save button. Since we have more than one product category, we need to create a loop to read all the entries. Let us drag the loop control to the main screen. We need to select the Each Row in Collection option, and select the variable we have created in the previous step, in the Use Collection option. We then save the details. We now have to provide the URL of the website from where we want to extract the data. Let us drag the Open Web Page URL control to the main screen. We can choose the browser to be used to open the website. Let us use Internet Explorer for this example. Enter the URL of the website, and click on the Navigate button. This will open the website in a new browser. Then we have to wait for a message box to appear, which says now you can right-click on any element from the web page to configure it. We first have to configure the search text box, where we will enter the products to be searched. Right-click on it to open the element configuration pop-up with list of all the attributes of search text box element. We enter an element name and give a wait time to ensure it gets loaded on a page before performing any action on it during execution of a job. Since we want to identify search text box based on its ID, we tick the ID checkbox. Then click on Next. We don't have to fill any other details, since we want to write data on this element. So, we click Next again, and then save the element. Our search text box is now configured. We now move to configure the search button. We right-click on the search button to open the element configuration pop-up with list of all the attributes of search button element. We enter an element name and give a wait time. Here we want to identify search button based on its type and CSS class attributes. We select both the attributes and click on the Next button. We don't have to fill any other details, since we want to perform click element on this element. So, we click Next again, and then save the details. Our search button is now configured. Next step is to configure elements using while we can capture product names and their URLs. Let us use the search box to manually search for products. In the product list page, we right-click on the product name to open the element configuration pop-up. Like earlier, we give the element a name and enter the wait time details. We select the tag name and class checkboxes as we want to identify elements having product names using these attributes. We click on Next. We tick the inner text and href checkboxes in the next window, since we want to capture data from these attributes. And click on Next. The screen will display data captured from all the attributes for confirmation before saving the element. Once confirmed, we can then save the element. Now that we have identified and configured the elements from the website, we need to bind actions on them. We drag the Configure Actions control to the main screen. The three elements that we configured from the website show in this list. We select Write Data, as we want to write the product category in the search text box. We select Click, as we want to click on the search button. We select Read Data, as we want to read the product names and their URLs from the website. This data which we read from the website needs to be stored. So, we click on plus icon to create a variable for it. We select collection, as the data type, and give it a name. We then save the variable details as well as the action details. The data that is captured from the website needs to be stored in an Excel file. So, we use the Excel operations control again. The operations value is set as Generate Excel since we want to create an Excel file with the output. Select the same variable in which the data is captured. Select the path where the Excel file has to be created. Give it a name, and save the details. Since the output needs to be sent via email, we use the email management control. We add the email ID to whom the email needs to be sent. Then we add the subject line, followed by the attachment details. And lastly, we set up the email body and save the details. Now that we have configured the various nodes, we now need to connect them in the order of execution. We use the connector for this purpose. We add 2 connectors on loop component with conditions to continue and exit the loop. Once this is done, we click the Run button to run the job. The steps being performed are shown at the bottom right in Script Player window. The automation opens up the website in new browser, searches the product categories mentioned in the source file, and then captures and stores the product names and their respective URLs. An Excel file is created with the product names and their corresponding URL. It will then emailed as an attachment to the configured person for each product category mentioned in the source Excel file. One for laptop and the other for printers.